What's up everyone and welcome back to the Where Reactions. My name is Wolfie and today we're going to be taking a quick look at a news announcement, a Sonic news announcement that just came out a few days ago. So as we all know, Team Sonic Racing is a game that was delayed, that was supposed to come out I want to say last year or sometime around this time, but it was delayed till I think it's March. And the reason was for quality, as we all know, blah blah blah. Here we are and the final team has been revealed. It is none other than Metal Sonic, Dr. Eggman, and Zavok? Okay, yeah.
Shadow Basketball!
This video is kind of a bit of, we're going to be talking about the actual announcement for a little bit, and then we're going to go into what I like to call a mini rant. And I want you guys to bear with me. I know I don't do rant videos often. I try to keep those videos low because I like to stay positive on this channel. I like positive vibes. I don't like to do the whole negative, this is why this thing sucks sort of thing. Although I did admittedly do that with the Sonic movie and everything. But let's get to the meat of this thing. Anyway, so yeah, this is Team Eggman, and I gotta say the pick. Metal Sonic is a shoo-in. Duh. Of course it's gonna be Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic is the OG. He's very much loved. Eggman is also very, fans love Eggman. You love Eggman. He's the main villain of the Sonic franchise. Wouldn't have a franchise without him. And then we have good old Zavok here. Yeah. I don't understand. I don't get why Zavok is being pushed as hard as he is. And this is my personal preference. You know, I'm just speaking for myself. I don't speak for all the Sonic fans. There are, of course, Zavok fans out there. Me personally, I don't care for Zavok, and I don't care for any of the forgettable 7, 6. I forget, forgettable 6. I think the deadly 6, but I call them the forgettable 6 because I can't even remember. I can't remember any of them except for the emo one. He was kind of funny, but like the rest of them are just. And it's been said before, and I agree with it, that they are Sonic's take on Mario characters, where they feel like Koopalings, and Zavok is like the Kmart discount store brand Bowser. You know what I mean? He's trying to be Bowser, but he's not there. Not even as far as design. He looks like he wants to be Bowser. The claw-like fingers, the spiky arm gear and stuff like that, the horns, the long tail. I'm not saying that Bowser is copyrighted, you know, that's not a look distinct to Bowser, but when you look at Zavok and Bowser side by side, one literally looks like a colorful child version of Bowser. And Zavok is just, besides his appearance, is just utterly forgettable. I didn't care for him in Lost World. I didn't care for any of the Deadly Six in Lost World besides the emo one. And yeah, it seems like a lot of people, the majority of people, at least in the comments here and in my channel comments, feel the same. And I don't know what their deal is. I don't know what Sonic Team's deal is for trying to push Zavok. Why Zavok over Infinite? Sure, it could have been made, this decision could have been made character-wise around the time Forces was in planning, but you have to think, because Forces came out almost a year ago now. And the game was supposedly in the work for 4 years. So Infinite has been a concept for at least 3 to 4 years. And I want to say, it's like, why wasn't Infinite chosen for Team Eggman? Zavok, as far as I remember, does not like Eggman. He has a story reason for not liking Eggman in the slightest. Like, he didn't like Eggman from the start. And the whole reason he was working for Eggman was because he had the magic conch shell. I've done everything wrong with Sonic Lost World video. Look it up on YouTube. Everything wrong with Sonic Lost World. It's a joke video. I threw it out there. But Zavok is kind of the character that Sonic Team has been pushing as far as like showing up in like crossover games. He even showed up as a trophy, and I think he showed up as a trophy in Smash Brothers for Wii U. Which is just like... it almost feels like Sonic Team is just like they are deaf to the fans' cries. Like, we are saying, like, we don't really care for Zavok. Can we kind of forget about him and move on? But nope. He showed up in Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. He showed up as a trophy in Smash. Here he is, now a representative for this evil team in Team Sonic Racing. Which, normally, this wouldn't be an issue. I would honestly say normally this wouldn't be an issue for me, anyway. Zavok would not be an issue. And that's mainly because, like, this is a Sonic racer. We all know this. It's supposed to be like an all-star crew, but as of now, at the time of the recording of this video, the roster is very small. At least compared to like the previous racing games from Sumo Digital, Sonic and All-Stars Racing and Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed. We are going, it's like we took out a lot of the legacy and iconic and niche Sega characters and replaced them, and only focusing on Sonic. But when you did that, I was thinking, okay, cool, I can live if we have like a bunch of Sonic characters, right? If we're gonna do a only Sonic roster, why not have more? 15 seems kind of low, especially when you have a roster as diverse and rich as the Sonic roster is. There's a lot of characters, and if you do anything below like 20 or 25, you're gonna leave a lot of fans without their favorites in. This leads me to another point, which is last thing on Zavok here. I would rather have had Infinite over Zavok. I don't know how they could make it. They could make Eggman the power type, Infinite the technique type, since technique replaces flying, and Metal Sonic is obvious speed type. But Zavok, I don't know. I'm not crazy on Zavok, but since this game seems to be very dialogue heavy, who's your daddy, Shadow? You know what I mean. I'm hoping that the lines will maybe give Zavok some character or something. I don't know. He barely had any to begin with. And honestly, it's just something so unappealing about the character to me. Again, no offense to the Zavok fans out there. If you do like Zavok, more power to ya. He does nothing for me. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say on Zavok. Here's another thing. The odd character choices thus far. And for me, if you're going to do the whole team mechanic thing, since that seems to be a thing that Sonic Team, or something that the developers who work on Sonic games are tending to fall back on, like, it seems like that's the Sonic Team thing. Like, they're pushing this on to other developers now, going like, well, it's gotta be speed, power, and flight, and or technique. Flight/technique. If it's not the three, you can't put them in, that sort of thing. Make sure they come in groups of 3. And it's like, almost all the character teams have been built like this since the beginning. We have Team Sonic, Team Dark. They've always been grouped together like that. Even in the story games like that, since Heroes. It's been in 06, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are off doing their own thing. Shadow, Rouge, and Omega, for the most part, were doing their own thing. They always have them broken up into groups of 3. For this one, they chose some odd choices for some teams. So, when you think, oh, they're doing team-based things, they're going, obviously, back to the Sonic Heroes roots, we would have Team Chaotix, because they are a given. They are a shoo-in. Nope! We are going to replace Team Chaotix with Team Vector is the name, which is Vector, hang on, it's Vector, Blaze, and Silver. Odd choice, because Silver and Blaze are kind of generally paired together because Sonic Team doesn't remember their own canon. They don't remember their own storyline, so sometimes Blaze is from another dimension, sometimes Blaze is from the future with Silver. Who knows at this point? I know people in the comments are going to be like, but Blaze is from the trust me, by the time this video comes out, I'll have read it and I'll know. I know, guys, I know. But the thing is, it's like, Vector's in there just thrown in haphazardly because he's a power type, and we gotta have a power type on that group. Honestly, I think they should have just... I don't know if these... God, it's just like, if they're gonna group them together like this, it's just strange. And then for Team Rose, we have Amy, Big, and Chaos. Amy, Big, and Chaos. You're like, well, 2 of those sound right. Where's Cream? Has Cream been written out of the Sonic canon? She hasn't shown up since, like, playable since Advance 3. She showed up, she shows up as cameos and guest spots in, like, Generations and stuff like that. But, like, does Sonic Team think that the fans don't like Cream? And does Sonic Team think we like Zavok? Like, put Zavok in, take Cream out, put Chaos in. People like Chaos, but not over an actual character like Cream, especially for Team Rose, where she is essential to Team Rose. It just seems like a strange decision to make. Cream is one of my top 10 favorite Sonic characters, and to not have her in the game is just, it feels like such a huge oversight, and it's like, why would they take her out? Is she going to be DLC later? Is she unlockable? What's the deal with that? And while we're at it, we're missing a lot of characters from the classic timeline. I know Sonic Team has this weird arbitrary rule now where it's like classic characters can't show up in modern games, even though classic Sonic seems to be showing up a lot in modern games lately. But like Bark, Bean, and Knack/Fang, the sniper, should have been in this game. Like after the success of Mania, which I'm pretty sure they didn't plan for, but like I think there's room for classic crossovers in this game. In the Mario Kart games, we have baby versions of Mario characters and metal gold, pink, gold, blue, yellow, pink versions of Mario characters that are all intertwining as one. It's like, why do we have the urge to separate the modern from the classic? Why not both? Especially in a game like this where it's a spin-off. And I think this would be a perfect the perfect game to have a celebration of all parts of the Sonic, roster and stages and stuff like that. I don't want to just see the modern stuff. I want to see all the stuff. It's like Crash Team Racing coming out a month after. It's not just gonna have the characters from Crash 2 and 3 and beyond and leave out characters like, the original classics and stuff like that. It just seems strange, the roster choices right now. Chows are a fine pick. I would have honestly separated Chows and made them like Team Wildcard or something like that. Have like, if they had to do something crazy, why not? Where's Styx? Where's the Boom representation? I know they're probably not going to do Boom Sonic, Boom Tails, Boom Knuckles, Boom Amy, because for a lot of people they're the exact same characters as their modern selves, even though they have design differences. But like, there are character differences if you watch the show. But Styx is by far, I think, the standout and probably the best representation of the Sonic Boom era, Sonic Boom canon of Sonic. Are we never going to see her again? She showed up in Mario and Sonic at the Rio Olympics, so I'm hoping Sonic Team is thinking maybe we can implement her as a Boom representative. But yeah, I gotta say, guys, right now I'm feeling I feel lukewarm on the roster. There are good picks in there: Metal Sonic, Blaze, Silver. Cool characters, but like no Babylon Rogues, no Jet, no Storm, no Wave, no Cream, but we get Zavok. We got Zavok. Cool, just weird character choices. I'm hoping by the time more information is revealed or by the time the game drops, there's like unlockable characters and this video will be rendered a moot point, But at the time of this recording, which is, January 2019, not too happy right now. It just feels like I feel like I'm whining right now, but it's like I'm gonna buy this game day one, so I kind of feel there's lacking stuff here. They haven't shown many of the stages. There has not been a lot of gameplay shown. I don't know. It feels like they're not really confident in this game. But again, they're probably going to have some sort of huge blowout, some sort of huge trailer reveal drop sometime in the future. But as of now, I'm feeling like this is going to be a 6 out of 10 game. It does feel like a huge downgrade from All-Stars Racing Transform. They're trying to make a whole new different thing with the Sonic Racing. But for me, if you're going to do this, you got to have a big roster. If you're going to take out the Sega part, if you're just going to have the Sonic part, add more. Just more. Smash Brothers style, the Ultimate style. Everybody is here, but that would be a nightmare because there's a ton of Sonic characters. But like Team Sonic, Team Rose, real Team Rose with like Cream in it. Team Eggman, Metal Sonic, Eggman, Infinite. Team Lost World, maybe have Zavok, Zaz, and the emo guy, or whatever the girl's name was. Forget the old man, he's forgettable, and the guy obsessed with food, forget him. Team Hooligan, Bean, Bark, Knack the Weasel, or Fang the Sniper, whatever you want to call him. Team Classic, maybe, I don't know, Classic Tails, Sonic, Knuckles. There's a huge roster, and they're not even tapping into it, and it kind of sucks. And they can even go to Call, Chaos, just all these characters, so many fun characters. And we're going with a lot of safe picks, besides a couple, but yeah. Sorry guys, that was a longer rant than I wanted it to be. I don't like to do a lot of negative videos. It's easy to do that. There's a lot of YouTube videos that are mostly about not liking things, about hating things and stuff like that. I find that way too easy. I like being more positive. It's harder to be positive about things than negative. I'm still going to get this day one, and hopefully you guys will too. We'll all be racing each other on stream. You can catch my streams, by the way, at Werewolf Wolfie on twitch.tv, Werewolf Wolfie. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think of this roster. I think this is the full roster reveal right now until unlockable characters or DLC is announced. Let me know what you guys think of the roster below. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the Werewolf Reaction for more videos like this one. And next to that subscribe button is a bell. Be sure to ring that because that will let you know when all my videos go live and when streams are live too, because people aren't finding them because of that. That's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Again, apologies for the rant, but it is what it is. I will see you all on the next video, which will hopefully be more positive. So stay tuned.